Yeah, he was a bit of a knob end, wasn't he, the ref? But it didn't matter in the end.
Here we go. It's the Pompey Pod with Mike and Dan. Hello, Dan.
Hi, guys.
Good evening.
Hi, Michael. How are you?
Very good. Very good. How are you?
Terrific. Thank you.
Excellent. So, yes, this is the Pompey Pod. This is all things Pompey. And as Dan says there, all is good. 4-1 win over Reading at the weekend. We will be talking about that in just a few moments. We'll then have a little look on the socials, look ahead to this week's game at Charlton at the Valley. And then we'll have some quizzes. So if you don't stick around for our quizzes normally, stick around for them because this one's going to be a good one this week. I can sense it. I saw Dan writing it just before we started recording. So it's going to be a good one. Let's get straight into the Reading game, Dan. Everything is happy days in Portsmouth at the moment, isn't it? So talk us through the game. How is it from your perspective?
What about the Cambridge game, Mike? What about the Cambridge game?
We've not talked about the Cambridge game.
No, we haven't done that one, have we?
That was like
we podded last Monday, and then I Cambridged on Tuesday, didn't we?
We did Cambridge. The Cambridge game
you haven't done your homework,
seems ages ago.
Yeah.
Seems ages ago. Go on, tell us all about the Cambridge game then.
So both games were quite similar, weren't they? We started slowly. The opposition started strong. Cambridge weren't as good as Reading, but got their goal. And then that's right, yeah. Then we had the penalty just before half time, didn't we? And I thought we weren't playing very well, where we were sort of struggling to create anything. Won the penalty, and then I thought we were really good second half in that game. Really good.
Yeah,
completely dominated.
On their goal, did you think it was a goal?
Oh yeah. Let's bring that one up because what the fuck, right? Because the linesmen that we always have in front of us, right? That they don't make any decisions, even when it's a free kick right in front of them. No. They very rarely wave their flag, and I think they're told not to. I think they're told let the referee make the decisions. Free kick. All right. You just do your offsides, and I don't know anything I might have missed. Not fouls. So what I can't understand is, and I haven't actually spoken to people that are in the Milton end or the South stand, how an assistant referee from however many yards away can see that that's blatantly gone over the line.
A lot of bodies in the way as well, weren't there?
A lot of bodies in the way. I mean, I didn't see there weren't too many complaints, were there? So I think you maybe got it right, but.
Well, yeah, I guess.
I mean, Norris got booked, but Norris would argue with air, wouldn't he? So.
Yeah, he would. He loves to argue it.
Yeah.
I don't know. My initial thought, and having watched it back several times, I'm not convinced. But
no,
you don't
I'm
know.
not. I'm not.
Ultimately, it didn't. If anything, it probably did kick us into life, didn't it? So in a way, it's a good thing. Now, what do you think about the penalty? Also, the penalty was a foul by Bennett, who had already been booked, and then Morrison got booked for it, didn't he?
Okay.
Yeah. So it was actually Bennett who caught Yengi.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But then Morrison got booked, and I assume Morrison got booked because the referee thought he was the one committing the foul, rather than there wasn't any extreme reaction to it, was there?
No.
So that really again another mare from the referee in that case.
Yeah, he was another arrogant one, wasn't he, that ref? Very much. I think even on the penalty, he stood there for a couple of. He did that thing where they wait for a couple of seconds and then give the penalty, and it's just like, well, you either give it straight away or you don't give it at all. What are you thinking about in your head? But he was a bit of a knob end, wasn't he, the ref? But it didn't matter in the end. But Morrison's a bit of a cock as well, isn't he? He's the two times we've played them this season, he's certainly known how to wind Pompey fans up and the Pompey players. Like he tried to get Morel sent off last time. I think he was probably behind them swapping ends as well.
So for sure.
Yeah. So that so we would kick to the front end of the first half. But that didn't work out for him, did it?
It did not. So Yengi equaliser.
Yengi man of the match, Yengi.
Yengi man of the match, Yengi.
Yeah.
the thing is, second half performance was one of those whereby there was you've got to get to Kamara, surely, haven't you, for the man of the match? I think just purely on his well, not purely on his goal, but his goal was pretty sweet, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I don't.
Who was the other one? Was it Lane?
I disagree. I disagree. It was Pert Harris and Kamara, because I actually thought those two, especially Pert Harris, was having a shocker, and I thought he might take him off at half time for Lang. But then he got the goal, which I think was pretty much the only thing he did in the whole game. And I thought Kamara was quiet all game as well until he got the goal. But yeah, Pert Harris, I think he just seems to be trying a bit too hard, doesn't he? With his tricks and flicks, and just start doing the easy things now and releasing the ball a bit quicker. But yeah, second half was a good performance, nice and comfortable. As soon as we went, even when we went 2-1 up, couldn't really see Cambridge getting back into it.
No.
And when Kamara got the third, it was comfortable in the end, wasn't it?
And I think overall, if you look at the 90, it was probably deserved. 3-1 was a deserved victory, wasn't it? But like you say, it was a similar sort of story. Slow start, got into the game, then kind of controlled second half, which is in many ways been the story of our season, isn't it? It was certainly the story of the game against Reading, wasn't it? Because Reading were definitely the better team for the first, certainly half an hour, if not 35.
Yeah, I thought they were pretty good. Again, without creating too much, but they had a couple of good chances, didn't they?
I only the one real clear cut, which you say they should have scored, which was that one 6 yards out. But I think all the others were half chance, weren't they, for the edge of the box and what have you. They didn't have anything too clear, I don't think. But then you look at the stats, kind of half time, they'd had like 9 shots to our 3, I think it was.
Yeah, and they had more possession as well in the game, which I thought was quite surprising, because we normally win that stat at least, don't we?
Yeah. Even with our passing, but I think that's partly down to Reading. Reading pressed all the way through, certainly the first half, didn't they?
Yeah.
Which is normally where 50% of our possession comes from. It's just passing it amongst the back four, isn't it, and the goalkeeper.
Yeah. But good again to get that first goal, which changed it completely, didn't it? And don't look to see from where I'm sat. It looked like Lane was sort of like on the edge of the 6-yard box when he shot that, when he scored his goal. But when you see it back on the replays, he's only just inside the area, isn't he? So the keeper was a bit dodgy, wasn't he?
Oh, keeper had a shocker throughout, I think, didn't he? Not a lot he could do about the second and third, I guess, but certainly the first and last, he's And ultimately, if they go in at half-time 0-0, they've got something to come out fighting for, haven't they? But he's. I think he's not going to enjoy looking at that one, is he?
No.
But it seems from Reading fans' point of view is that he's consistently inconsistent.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
From what I read after the game, but so that was poor. And I imagine you probably got quite a good little look of Kamara's turn and sprint for the second goal, did you?
Yeah, really good. Yeah, because. Kamara, it's weird. He doesn't seem to. He never calls for the ball, or from what I can see when he stood right by the line, touch line. Rafferty gets a lot of the ball, and a lot of the time he goes back inside or back. And I think Kamara doesn't help him because he just stands out on that touch line. He doesn't call for the ball, and he doesn't often come short for it. And he did the same just before that turn. And I thought, go and get the ball, but then he did that bit of skill and ran down the line. I thought, maybe he does know. Maybe he does know best.
But he lost. I don't know if it was just the defender was pretty slow, but he completely lost him, didn't he? And I actually initially thought he was going to run out of play because he was right on the touchline, wasn't he? And then he seemed to check back, and you thought, oh, okay, there's nothing going on here.
Played it back to Pack. You thought Pack was maybe going to dink it to the far post. But the defender or midfielder, I'm not quite sure what he was. I don't quite know. I don't think you'd be too happy with him if you were a Reading fan, because he just let Pack just walk past him, didn't he?
Yeah, sold himself a bit early, didn't he?
Yeah, still a really good finish.
Yeah,
and same with Langs as well, wasn't it?
Same with Langs, very similar sort of goal, similar angle.
Yeah,
and
again, when
both good
that
finishes.
third one had gone in, as soon as that had gone in, that was in the game, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Couldn't see them coming back.
Sure. I think the second kind of took a lot of wind out of their sails, as they say. But yeah, certainly the third one killed it for sure, didn't it?
Yeah.
I actually thought it would have been nice to have seen Yengi a little bit earlier, but then obviously Bishop then got his goal just before he got taken off. And another good finish, although the keeper obviously had a complete mare. It's still quite a tidy finish, I thought, from Bishop.
Yeah. Yes. Nice little finish. Got to be there, haven't you? Got to be there to score them.
Yep, absolutely.
And I think that's you saying about Yengi not coming on. The only thing that I wasn't sure of was he still didn't take off Pack. Even I thought he might take him off at 3-0 just because he was on a yellow card. After he scored the goal, there was a couple of sort of 50-50s where he went in. I just thought, he's getting a bit excited now, isn't he? Because he scored. He's got a baby on the way, so he's going to go and kick someone. So I thought he might take him off at 3-0, but he didn't. But yeah, I think it was a good game to. It was a nice game for Mousinho, wasn't it? Where you put all your retards on, and you go, like, "Come on then, guys, on you go. Go and have a run out for the last 5 or 10 minutes."
Dare I ask who you mean by that? Play tell.
Am I?
I didn't even realise he was on the bench, to be fair. I was quite surprised when he came on. I thought, hang on, I didn't realise you had snuck onto the bench. But
yeah, now there was a couple he brought on, wasn't there? And there was, who else did he bring on? And I thought he would normally come on. It was White.
He brought Martin on.
And, maybe Sadie. Martin. Yeah.
Sadie got a good run out, didn't he? But I actually thought Martin did quite well when he came on. I know it's different. It's different when you're 3-0 up already. But he actually showed some nice touches. What did you think of? Obviously, they got a goal late, which you can't really blame the keeper. It kind of took a deflection to take it away from the keeper, didn't it? Old Charlie Savage's goal. But
I don't think Norris should have done with
the cross.
Patter cake.
It was a bit flappy on the cross, wasn't it? He came a long way. He came a long way for it, didn't he? I don't think he necessarily. Ultimately, probably should have just punched it away, shouldn't he? You're 4-0 up. It's the last minute. Well,
that's the only thing with him is I think he just does get a bit silly. I think he gets a bit, we're 3-0 up, so I'm going to do something a bit silly. I'm going to come out for a ball that's too far away, or I'm going to try and chip it over an attacker's head, or try and take on an attacker or something.
Well, he did that very early, didn't he, in the game? I was a little bit concerned, actually, going back to the beginning of the game. Obviously, they very similar to Stevenage. Not Stevenage, sorry. Leyton Orient. When they had that chance, literally from kickoff, and Reading were the same, weren't they? They had that chance where he blazed it over the top, and I thought, don't be another one like this. And then when it was kind of 20 minutes in and we'd barely been in their half or barely been in their box, I thought this could be a bit of a wrong afternoon for us. But by that stage, Norris had done that one where the guy had closed him down, and more by luck, I think. It looks as if he was a bit cool, but I think it was quite lucky that he didn't give the ball away there and probably concede a goal. But then it actually he pinged a nice little ball out to the right wing, didn't he? Which actually set us off on an attack, which was good. I think with the exception of that flappy cross at the end, I thought he actually had a good game.
I thought the whole defence were good.
Yeah, I thought excellent. Absolutely excellent. I think it makes big difference having Ogilvy back.
Yeah.
I think he just looks solid. And this is going to be controversial for you. I thought that was Rafferty's best game for us.
Yeah,
certainly this season.
No, I agree. I'm not normally a massive fan of Rafferty, but I thought he was really good. I thought he that's his performance. That just defending. He's not going to go up and score. He's not going to go up. And assist. He's very rarely going to go up and assist. So, but as a defender, I think he's quality. That's. But I thought they all were. I thought Raggett and shocked to see Raggett especially. I thought he was really good. Yeah,
solid, absolutely solid. Now that was the thing, wasn't it? I think you look at that first 30, 35 minutes, and they did dominate. They dominated possession. They dominated chances. But like I said before, with the exception of that one where the guys put it over from 5 yards, I really don't think they had anything clear cut. They had a few Wing had a shot from about 20 yards. They had a couple of others from the edge of the box. But nothing really you could say that they should have scored that. They've created a lot, but I think our back four has kept them out. I thought the midfield two did well. Actually, Moxon was busy, wasn't he?
Yeah. I thought he was good actually.
Pack was very calm on the
Yeah.
ball.
I thought with Moxon, when the games he has played so far, I think to me he's just looked a bit nervous and sort of like he's still trying to find his feet. But I thought he was good on Saturday.
Yeah, much calmer, wasn't he? Much more calm than he has been.
Mm.
He's almost like a new kid in school, wasn't he? Where he's just trying to impress everyone, but trying a little bit too hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he settled in. I thought he did all right. It was one of those games, especially the second half, whereby who did get man? It was Lang got man of the match, didn't he? Which I thought.
Oh,
don't get me wrong,
yeah,
he didn't have a bad game, but I thought there was again several other contenders who could have done. I personally would have gone Pack personally, but
I would have gone Pack or any of the back four.
Or any of the back four. I thought Ogilvie was excellent.
Yeah.
There could have been 5 or 6 who could have been man of the match, couldn't they?
Yeah, I thought that was quite surprising actually, Lang, because he took his goal well. He works really hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you say, I thought there was others that might have got it.
I don't know if you've seen this, but the Sky Bet League One Team of the Week. So, as we've just said, several contenders for man of the match. So, 2 Pompey players are in this Team of the Week. Who would you put your money on if you haven't seen it? Who would you say should be in the team? You have seen it, haven't you?
I have seen it, yeah. Well, I think from the stats, you'd have to put Kamara in, wouldn't you? Because he's got 3 assists. So he was wasn't he?
This is a different team one of the weekend.
Oh, you got the right week. I thought it was Kamara and Bishop. Or am I completely?
It's Bishop and Norris.
Bishop
and Norris.
Oh, okay.
I've got in mind.
Not Kamara. Okay, maybe I'm talking out my arse then. Okay. Bishop. But they just don't watch the games, do they? No. It's like when the Sun used to say Andy Orford was out every week. This is
in 2010.
Yeah. And Andy Orford's still out with an ankle injury. Yeah, he hasn't played for about 2 seasons. I don't. Yeah, they just go Bishop top scorer, stick him in, don't they? Pompey won 4-0. Bishop scored. Yeah, so. Yeah.
I thought that was a strange one, but because Kamara could easily have been in there, couldn't he? You could have had Pack. You could have had any of the back 4.
Yeah.
Bishop didn't play badly. Don't get me wrong, but certainly not the top performer. Okay, so on the subject of Bishop, before the game, there was talk of should Yengi start. Yengi obviously started the Cambridge game, did all right. Led the line pretty well. Adds a little bit of more dynamic attacking threat, I guess, a little bit different to Bishop. We've discussed this before. We're not fussed. I think we both agree that it's good to have both in the squad and fighting for that jersey. Fighting for that. Actually, I'll take that back on the word jersey. Fighting for the shirt. Yeah. Fighting for the shirt. Some people were saying let's go 4-4-2. But that's not going to happen with Mousinho, is it? It's just not going to. He's not going to suddenly change the shape.
It's never been. So why do it now?
Not when you've recruited players specifically for a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, and I don't know how you would. I don't know how Bishop and Yengi would work. Anyway,
not when you've got attacking wide players as well. It's like people were saying, maybe Yengi plays off Bishop, but I can't see it work. I can't see it happening, and B, I just can't see that it would necessarily work. It's not Football Manager where you just kind of put your best players in
and tell him to run in that direction.
For 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just think it's a good position. It's a good position. It's good to have Bishop scoring again because that's obviously what we need. It's good that Yengi got on the score sheet against Cambridge.
Yes.
I think we're going to need both in the running. It's going to be a lot of minutes to play. I would like to see Yengi get on earlier than 5 minutes to go, if I'm honest with you. I think he's a good option off the bench.
Yeah, especially when you're sort of 3-0 up. When did we get the third goal? The third goal was
about 55 minutes or so, wasn't it?
59 minutes. So I would have thought, But then again, if he'd made those changes and then Reading got one back straight away, then we'd be moaning about that, wouldn't we? So, I think it's just good that we've now got Yengi back and that we have got another option because it sort of stagnated a bit, didn't it, a few weeks ago, where we were picking up the draws and we were looking a bit boring. But now we seem to. The good thing is it's not just Bishop, is it? It's not just Bishop with the goals.
No,
you've got Lane with 11 now.
Yeah, Kamara, what,
Lang's,
7 or 8?
Yeah, Lang's got 3 and
4.
3 and 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Pack scored for the first time in a while. So it's good that we've got and we've got defenders. You've got Ogilvie, Raggett, and Shocknessy who can all score. So that's 3 of your back line that have all got a goal in them. You don't have many teams that you might have one defender that might get a couple of goals a season, but we've got people that can score all over the pitch. So it's a nice situation.
It's a very nice situation, isn't it? And what is nice as well, we've got 5 kind of key players out at the moment injured, and actually we still look pretty strong, I think.
Yeah.
Both in the first team and on the bench. Much stronger now. Ogilvie's back, but it's very good.
So just what you just said there. That's like when we had that period a few weeks ago. It was sort of like the strongest team were on the pitch, and the subs just weren't really up to it. But now we've got a bit more depth again, haven't we? Even though we've still got those players, Robertson, Paul, Morel out.
Lowry now out for a while. Angerin should be coming back, they reckon, in the next few weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. Angerin could be back in contention. So I don't know how bad Pert Harris's injury was, but they said it was minor. So hopefully he'll be back in contention at the weekend as well. It's all good. Happy days. 6 points clear. And the good thing is now that the games in hand scenario with Bolton, with them dropping points the last couple of games, win all our games. It's in our hands now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's in our hands.
They've got to win.
They've got to win theirs, and they're playing back to back midweeks, as we said last week.
Yeah.
It's I'm not going to say it, but I'm thinking it. You know what I'm thinking, don't you? You know what I'm thinking, but I'm not going to say it. So we'll come back to Charlton at the weekend, but let's have a quick look at some socials. And I'm going to start with. I'm going to give a little mention little mention to. We put a thing out every weekend, gives you score predictions every match day. And one person got it spot on at the weekend. Sean Patrick Amelia Smith, 4-1 Pompey. 4-1 Pompey, he went. So, and he got it spot on. The only thing he didn't get, he put down Moxon to score. Not quite right, but got your score right there, mate. Well done.
And Sean, you win a £50 voucher.
You certainly do not. You do not. I'll tell you what you can have. You can have a subscription to the Pompey podcast. Just click that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Click the subscribe button. And if you want to win yourself a subscription to the Pompey Pod, keep an eye out for our match day predictions at every match day on Facebook and on Twitter. And you too can predict the score and subscribe yourself to our channel. Please do. We're up to nearly 300 on Facebook now, Dan.
They're flooding in now, aren't they? They're flooding in now.
Just can't get enough. Just cannot get enough.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the positive. Now I'm going to go to a not so positive. I'm not going to mention the name of this one, but it has had 13,500 views. Our fan base staggers me. Let me get your comments on this. I know you love things like this. Now, partly I agree with this, but partly I think it's unnecessary. What a fan! I feel
myself getting annoyed before I've even heard it.
This is about the owners, of course.
Because
that's what we want to do. We'll never go at the owners when we're top of the league, they've just redeveloped our ground. Yeah. What a fan-owned Pompey achieved in 4 years pisses all over what billionaires have achieved in 7. Let's spit at our chairman under fan ownership, but make up a nice song for the billionaires. Now, firstly, I don't agree with creating songs for your owners. It's all a bit wanky in my opinion. Players, yes. Managers, yes. Fine. Even sing about yourselves, the fans. That's all fine. But don't make up songs about your owners. So Any thoughts on that?
So what are they saying? They're saying that.
So basically, they're saying that they've taken too long to achieve. Yes, we're now getting somewhere, but they've taken too long to do it.
Oh, okay.
They achieved more in 4 years under the trust.
What exactly did they achieve?
Well, the trust? The trust obviously stabilised the club and put it into a profitable position for the first time in many years.
Okay.
Which is an amazing achievement
from a footballing perspective.
Oh, and went from League Two to League One, got promoted.
Okay. And sorry, if we're talking footballing terms, League Two is below League One. Am I right?
Correct. Yeah.
And now we're top of League One. So we're better positioned than we were when we were.
It seems to me, it just seems to be have a moan for the sake of having a moan, isn't it?
Exactly. It's just yeah.
It's rainbow footballs all over again, isn't it?
Oh mate,
rainbow footballs, keep that out of this game.
Can't have that. It's all about politics, isn't it? What is it? Why do they have to bring politics into football? What with the rainbow football?
Don't worry about politics out of our game.
Keep your politics out of it. Yeah. Don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it. We've just scored 4 football. We've just scored 4 goals with the game ball. We'll be fine. Don't worry.
I'm going to end the social view on another positive, and that's going to be Derby fan pre-game said Pompey, you'll beat them 4-0 probably. So he wasn't far. 4-0 wasn't bad. And a good prediction from a Derby fan there, and he even replied to himself saying, so close. So close.
Yeah, they were one of the minor irritations on Saturday, weren't they? The fact they scored in the 90th minute when it looked like
it was. But then they have. Is it Derby who are playing? Yeah, it is. So Derby are away at Barnsley this weekend, which is a big game, obviously, for both of them.
Yeah,
could be.
Barnsley still hanging around, aren't they?
Yeah, and they're in a little bit of form again. So Bolton tomorrow night play. Is it Cambridge? Yeah, they're away at Cambridge tomorrow night, and then away again at the weekend to Blackpool. So tricky. Right. Yeah. We'll talk about Charlton in a minute. Let's have a quiz, shall we? Let's have a quick quiz. My quiz. I've got a very quick quiz for you, and you're going to love it. If you're new to the pod, we have a little quiz. Sometimes they're really terrible. Sometimes we're really terrible. Sometimes they're all right.
I'd say more often than not, they're terrible.
What? They're terrible.
Yeah. Well, I've just got some question and answer. There's no.
Go on.
That's the format. So do you want? Right. Okay.
Yeah. And if I don't know them, I'm not going to mess around. I'm just going to say I don't know.
Okay. We'll start with mine. So there's 6 questions, so you can get a maximum of 15 points. Okay. So right, I'll explain why. So all it is, it's just on Pompey this season. That's all it is. So
okay, easy peasy. Easy peasy.
You do a podcast on it, so it's easy. Right, here we go.
You think so?
Look at the stats every day. So here we go. First question: have Pompey won more games at home or away this season?
We've obviously won the last 3 at home, so that more at home.
That's correct.
Only just.
That's right. Yeah, 111 and 110 away from home.
Wow.
So well done. Yeah, 1 point.
Cheers.
Well done. Congratulations. Right, which player has the most assists in the league? These are all league questions.
Kamara?
You'd think, wouldn't you? But Kamara's only got 6, and the leading assister is Marlon Pack with 7.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sparks was on 6, but Sparks has been on 6 for a long time. And I think Lane's got 6 as well. Someone else might have. Okay, so that's 1 point out of 2. Apart from Will Norris, which player has the most appearances this season in the league?
Oh, well, that's got to be Shaughnessy, isn't it?
Incorrect. You think it would be, but it's Abu Kamara.
Oh, of course. He missed his first game. Who was it? He started as a sub. Was it Northampton? Wasn't it? Was it Northampton?
Yep.
No, it was Carlisle, wasn't it? He started as sub at Carlisle. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I think Shocknessy's next. I think on the list. Okay. Right.
Silly me.
Pompey have won 10 penalties this season. How many have they conceded? Interesting. 10 penalties. 8 scored. But how many have they conceded? Is it
none?
Is that what you're going for?
I'm trying to think. I can't think of any penalties against. I can't think of a single one. No, I'm going to say none. No penalties.
I think if you'd asked me that question, I would have said the same as you, but it's actually one. And do you know who was against?
No.
Nor do I, because I didn't get time to find out. But it is one, and I'm trying to think for the life of me. It was away from home. I know that much. But I can't think.
Barnsley, was it? Maybe.
I think. No, because that's when we were 3-0 up, wasn't it, Barnsley?
Yeah, it was.
They didn't get a penalty, did they?
No. Okay.
Northampton, Bristol Rovers. I didn't watch that game.
Bristol Rovers. No, that was the free kick from the free kick, and then the late breakaway, wasn't it?
Derby. Did Derby get a penalty against us? Reading.
Did they?
I
don't know.
Cheltenham.
We'll come back there.
No.
Cheltenham was 0-0 away.
Yeah. No, Cheltenham beat us, didn't they? Away. 0-0 at home.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking of Steve.
Anyway.
I was thinking of when Ratcliffe.
Kevin Ratcliffe. Paul Ratcliffe. Right. Yeah. Okay, so this easy quiz so far, you've got 1 out of 2, 3. 1 out of 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doing all right.
Right. Which player has the most disciplinary points behind Joe Morrell?
Oh, I thought it was going to be too easy.
Would you like me to? Well, I could tell you the thingies, but that might give it away.
I'm going to say Bishop.
You're wrong to say Colby Bishop. It's Joe Rafferty, 7 yellows and 1 red.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I've sent just said about him getting sent off against Stevenage.
That's right.
Twiggy.
Right, okay. So you got 1 out of 5. This is a 10-point question, this one. And you should be all right here. Okay. So 10 players other than Norris have not... So 10 current squad players other than Norris have not scored a goal this season. How many can you name out of those 10?
How many players? Sorry, 10?
10 players have not scored a goal.
Okay, Gavin White.
Goal. 1.
Gavin White, Scully.
2.
Raggett. Has he scored a league goal?
He's got 1 yet.
Oh, he has he? Rafferty, has he got a league goal?
3.
Okay. Lowry.
4.
Moxon.
Not on the list, but correct. 5. So there's 11 actually.
Angerin.
No, he scored 1.
Is he? Okay. How many have I got so far? 5.
You've got 5. Yeah. So there's a possible.
And players who have all played. Sparks hasn't scored, has he? Sparks hasn't scored.
6.
Oh man. Okay.
Come on.
Oh no.
Yeah. Go on. That one. That one you were just about to say.
I was going to say Paul, but he scored earlier in the season.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Right. Shall we wrap it up or?
Yeah, go on.
Right.
I'm done.
Well, you got 6 there. So
Kicked myself.
Good. So you got 7 out of 16 altogether. So Sparks, Rafferty, Morrell.
Oh, I didn't say Morrell, but then I thought
Sadie. Sadie. He hasn't got a league goal. Gavin White, you said. Lowry, you said. Zach Swanson. Josh Martin. Scully and Riley Towler was the other one.
Of course. Could you have done better there? If you know, by the way, if you're listening and you know who the penalty was against that we conceded, please let us know. Put it in the comments below. Put it in the comments somewhere around here. Get involved. All right. 7. What was it? 7 out of 16.
It was.
What were your scores? Put your score also in the comments. Did you get more than 7 out of 16? Dan, what I've got for you is a little game called Who Am I? Who am I? I'm going to describe to you 5 Portsmouth or former Portsmouth players.
Yeah.
If you get it on the first clue, you get 4 points. If you get it on the second clue, you get 3 points. If you get it to third, you get 2 points. If you get it on the final clue, you get 1 point. 2 of these, I think, are really difficult, and 3 I think you'll get quite easily. I think you'll probably get maybe even 4 points on a couple of those. Yeah. So you've got 20 points up for grabs. Let's see how you do. Okay. First contestant, are you ready?
Right. Yeah, let's do it.
I'm a forward, born 2nd of May 1985 in Huyton, I think that's pronounced, Merseyside. 36. 1985, forward, Huyton, Huyton, Merseyside.
I don't know why, and I don't know. He's not even a Scouser, so I don't know why I'm going to say this, but I'm going to go for David Nugent.
There's your first 4 points. That was one of the ones I thought you might get. There you go.
Oh, no. Okay.
So, yeah, David Nugent. Well played. Yeah. Well played. Yeah. Next one, 4 points. I am a defender, born the 6th of August, 1952.
52.
In Newport, Gwent.
Well, Welsh defender, 72 years old. Oh, 72. So if we're talking 50 years ago, when he would have been playing, that would have been 70, early 70s. Oh, that's a toughie. Oh.
Defender.
Oh, I had it then. Is it Billy? Is it? No, yeah. Is it? It's not Rafferty, is it? The original Rafferty.
The original Rafferty.
Yeah, isn't it Billy Rafferty? No. Okay, I can't think. I can't think of anyone. Okay. Yeah, go on.
It's not him anyway.
No.
No, it's not Billy Rafferty. So 3 points. I started my career at Newport County, making my debut aged 16 years, 194 days. The youngest Newport player until my record was beaten by a certain Regan Poole in 2014.
No, skip. I just can't think of a Welsh defender. It's not Billy Gilbert. It's not Welsh, is he? I said Billy Gilbert, but I don't even
think for 2 points.
Is that right?
After 7, no. After this is for 2 points. After 7 years at Newport, I joined Swindon, but before joining Portsmouth in 1979. Doesn't help me much, that, does
it? Kenny Swain. It's not old enough, is it?
No. Okay, maybe this will.
They're not even Welsh. They're not even Welsh. I'm trying to think. Yeah, go on.
I captained. This is for 1 point. I captained Portsmouth to the 3rd Division Championship in the 82-83 season. Very tricky one, this.
Is it? Can you give me the initials?
Yes. S.A.
Oh, Sam Allardyce. No, it's it's Steve. It's Steve Archibald. No, he's a forward. It's S.A. That's so annoying.
It is Steve.
Yeah, Steve. No, I can't think.
Steve Hazelwood.
Hazelwood, yeah.
Is who it was.
Yeah, no, I would never got that.
Did you get that one? Did you get that one at home? Did you get the 4-pointer? Where did you get? Put it in the comments. So next one, here you go, 4 points. I'm a defender. I was born on the 8th of September 1970 in Tavistock.
54-70. Where's Tavistock, Mike?
I think it's in Devon.
Oh, okay. Well, it must be 54. It must be 20 years ago, 34, 30 years ago. So we're talking 94, 90s. Tavistock. It's Can't even think of a player. Can't even think of a single player. There you go. Next.
Well, I have to say, these clues don't get any easier. 3 points. I started out at Weymouth before turning pro in 1993 with Portsmouth, where I played for the next 6 years.
93.
So 93 to 99.
Oh, what about? Oh, I can picture a centre back, and I can't remember his name.
He was a centre back.
Yeah, I can see one, but I can't think of his. I can't remember his name. Let's go Kit Simmons, but I don't think it is. I think he's. I think it's the other chap I'm thinking of.
It is not Kit Simmons. 2 points. I later joined Bristol Rovers and then Brighton. I didn't have a lot of information on this player. There's nothing remarkable about him. He got to a couple of playoff finals. That was it.
Oh, I still reckon it's the one I'm thinking of. No, I don't know.
Okay. This is where I really ran out of options. My name rhymes with Pompey Rethick.
Oh. It wasn't what I was thinking of, but yeah. Is it Robbie Pethick? Yeah, I would. Never.
There you go. 1 point. 1 point. I think you're going to get the next two. I think you are. They're both. Well, certainly one is quite tricky, but I think you're going to get them. 4 points. I'm a midfielder, born the 30th of September 1975 in Staines.
49. Staines. So Staines. 49.
Staines.
Midfielder. 49 years old. So 20 years ago, he's playing for us. 2000s, 90s, 2000s.
Think more 90s than 2000s.
Yeah, let's go Martin Cool.
Oh, not a bad guess. Not a bad guess, but it's not right. 3 points. I think you'll get it on this one. I'm a diminutive player, but I had quite a combative style of play. During my 6 years at Portsmouth, I featured for the England beach soccer team at the World Beach Championships in 1995. Diminutive, combative.
Yeah. Oh, what about? Oh no, it's not.
Diminutive.
Yeah, I know. That's
your key.
Yeah. No, go on. Next.
Okay. I later played for Reading. I don't know what. Oh, Swindon, Millwall, Bristol Rovers, and Bournemouth.
It's not Sammy Igo. Sammy Igo? Sammy Igo?
Yeah, Sammy Igo.
Yeah.
That's 2 points, Dan. Sammy
Igo.
Sammy Igo. And then finally, here we go. So what are you on so far? You're on 4. Started well. Nothing for Steve. 2, 1 for Robbie. So that's 5. 2 for Sammy Igo.
You should have said, I once came into Chiquitos while Dan was working wearing a pair of black slip-on, very shiny shoes with a chain on. Then I think he was also...
Wasn't he also in the farmhouse one night when we were there on a quiz night? I'm pretty sure.
Probably. He still lives. He still lives in the area. He still lives Fareham, Gosport. Really? One of the two. Yeah.
Finished his career with Gosport actually, 2014. Okay, here we go. Final person. Yep. I'm a forward, born the 10th of April 1966 in Portsmouth.
Forward 10th of April when?
66.
56. 56 years old. In Portsmouth. Oh, come on. In Portsmouth. Jesus Christ.
Forward.
Yeah, forward. Born in Pompey. Steve Claridge.
Is correct.
Hey,
of course, it's Steve Claridge. So if you didn't get it from that, you would have got it from the next one, which is I travelled well throughout my career, playing over 1,000 games for more than 20 clubs over a 34-year period.
My autobiography is one of the most miserable books you'll ever read.
Well played. So that was another 4 points. So you finished on 11 points out of 20. So you got over 50%.
Oh, yeah. If
it wasn't for your Hazelwood, which was a tricky one, wasn't it? And Robbie Pethick is a bit of a one.
Yeah.
All right. I've got some
information for you, by the way.
Go on. on the penalty.
It was Derby.
It was Derby, was it?
It was Derby away, and they scored in the 86th minute with a penalty to put them 1-0 up. This was our unbeaten days. Yeah.
92nd or something.
95th.
Oh man. Yeah. We dominated that game as well, didn't we? Actually, now you say it, yes, of course. It was a little bit of if I remember right, it was a little bit of a harsh pen as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. I can't remember what it was.
Charlton away at the weekend, Dan. Charlton away.
Yes, no prediction again from me. No prediction, okay. Thank you.
Well, Charlton are in different form. They actually obviously got a very good point away at Bolton at the weekend and led for most of that game. They kept leading in that game.
They seem to be dog shit, don't they? Unless they're against us.
Yeah. Nathan Jones taking over there. He's, I don't think they've won since he's been in charge, but they're just above the relegation zone. I know.
Because he seems quite a likeable fella, doesn't he, Nathan Jones?
He seems lovely. He does seem
modest, very modest.
Humble, I would say.
Humble, yeah.
Very, very humble. Yeah. Very humble.
He's not Welsh, is he?
He's as Welsh as they come.
That would cap it off.
Couldn't get more Welsh. No prediction from you then, no?
No, thank you.
Okay, we've got 4 on the bounce.
Yeah, and lots of goals as well, Mike.
Lots of goals. 4-1, 3-1, 4-1. Last 3 games. That's. I do feel confident. I'm just going to sit on the fence, and I think it might be a draw.
Yeah. Well, we played them early on in the season. I said I'd be happy with a draw, and then they equalised late, didn't they?
Yeah, we should have beaten Marble, shouldn't we?
Yeah. But yeah, I think. I mean, we're winning. We've won game after game, so we sort of can afford a draw. I mean, we're not going to win every game, but it's just pretty much how Derby and Bolton do as well, isn't it? A draw might be a good result if they're only drawing or losing.
Well, as I say, Derby are playing Barnsley away, which is a tough game for them. So one of them two is going to drop points, or both. And Bolton are away at Blackpool, which will be their 3rd game in 8 days. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm going for a draw, and I think we'll still maintain the same gap at the top.
Hopefully,
come the weekend, I think we'll still be 6 points clear, which would be lovely going into. So we've got 12 games left. We are really at the business end, and we're doing all right in the business end. We've had that little hiccup over Christmas. Rest, we're doing all right.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you want to subscribe to the Pompey Pod, do so. We are at Pompey Pod on YouTube, Facebook, and X. Get involved. Put your prediction on Saturday morning on our score prediction post, whatever you want to call it. Let us know what you think the starting lineup be. Would you start Yengi or Bishop at the weekend against Charlton? Tricky one, isn't it? Tricky. What would your first team be? Would you change it around? Would you maybe bring Miles back in? I don't know. Do you change your winning team? I don't know. But this has been the Pompey Pod, and we are done until next week when we will be reviewing the Charlton game. Bye.
Bye.